Alongside Brent Hubbs, I'm Austin Price for the Volquest.com stock report. Stock up this week. I'm going to go stock up running backs. Under Jay Graham, this group has really kind of taken off this year. Last week, no negative yardage runs out of that entire group, which included Jabari Small getting his first action and trucking a safety. Ty Chandler's been good. Eric Gray over 100 yards last week. Ty Chandler through 2 weeks leads the SEC in rushing and has, and much like last week, has not had a negative yardage run through 2 games. So I'm going to go stock up running back. Stock up for you this week.
Well, I'm going to go with the guys in front of them because I think it's the guys in front of that group. And I agree with you. They're playing well in the back end at running back. But I think it's the guys up front that are helping eliminate those negative yards plays because they're moving the line of scrimmage. And you could say the whole offensive line, but I'm going to specifically say WANYA Morris. I don't think people understand how much time he really missed in fall camp, Austin, and how behind and how rusty he was going into that South Carolina game. It's the reason Jameer Johnson got to start there, even though WANYA Morris is the more talented player. WANYA Morris wasn't really ready to play at South Carolina. He was actually forced to play right tackle in that game as well as left tackle and just kind of survived. And I thought he made as big of a jump as anybody on the team from week 1 to week 2 with the way he played. Was he perfect? No. Does he need to be better against Georgia? Sure. I think that you can say that for everybody. But when you look at the athletic ability he showed, the way that Jim Chaney pulled the tackle position, a couple of really nice kick-out blocks that he had, I just really like the way that WANYA Morris played in this football game. And I think that's a great stepping stone for him to head back to his home state and play in a tough matchup that I know he's looking forward to.
Stock down for me, just the secondary, because they've not been fully healthy. Alante played great in week 1, not so much last week. Bryce Thompson's a little bit banged up. I'm not sure McCullough's fully 100%. Sean Schamberger's not played through 2 games. Is the group got talent? No doubt, but I think that they can only go up from where they're at currently. So that's why I say stock down, more just a reflection of health and the ability to have depth than it is anything else. Stock down for you.
For me, it's the mental lapses on defense that's led to the big plays. And a lot of that's in the back end in the secondary, but some of that's at the linebacker position. And I think some of it's on the defensive front as well. When you look at last week, they gave up a 28-yard rush on the season. Now they've given up 9 explosive plays, which is 9 plays of 20 yards or more. That's a pretty good sized number against 2 offenses that I don't think you would consider them the most explosive offenses. And quite frankly, that number could have been more if there hadn't been for a couple of drops. So I think that the stock down for me defensively is we've seen some good things, but we've seen some mental lapses, and those mental lapses have led to big plays. And if they have mental lapses on Saturday, Austin, this defense could be in for a long afternoon. They've got to tighten some things up and not get lulled to sleep or fall asleep or have bad eye discipline, all the things that Jeremy Pruitt has talked about that's contributing to some of those big plays.
Stock stagnant for me. I'm going to go Brent CIMAGLIA. He's 1 for 3. I think the few fans and some media guys are scratching their heads. I'm not willing to panic yet on Tennessee starting kicker. He's got so much confidence. Jeremy Pruitt said after the game, it's more of a technical thing than it is anything else. So if he goes 1 for 5 or 2 for 5, then I might be willing to say, okay, something's going on there. But 1 for 3, he's missed 2 long ones. So, anything 45 plus, I think, even the best kickers, you're going to miss those from time to time. So I'm not willing to freak out about Brent CIMAGLIA. Stock stagnant for you.
I'm going to stay on these wide receivers, Austin, and that's kind of crazy to say that to say their stock's kind of flat because Jalen Hyatt had 2 nice receptions, ran 2 good routes, and Josh Palmer's playing well. Really great route he ran on a post corner to really create separation. But I don't think that group's been challenged yet the way they're going to be challenged on Saturday afternoon against Georgia's secondary. Georgia's secondary thinks they're the toughest group on the field. They want to impose their will. They're going to really try to jam them at the line of scrimmage, be really physical with this group. Can Josh Palmer, can Jalen Hyatt, Brandon Johnson, some other guys, Velus Jones, Ramel Keaton, can those guys be physical enough, Austin, to win at the line of scrimmage? Because I think Georgia's going to stack the box, and I think they're going to say, hey, we'll dare you. We're going to dare you to beat us over the top. Can you beat us in press coverage over the top? If they can, I think Tennessee can have a big day. If not, then I think it could be a tough afternoon for Tennessee. I think that's a big key to this game. I don't think those guys have been tested out there yet.
That's a look at this week's stock ups, stock downs, and stock stagnants. He's Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price for the Volquest.com stock report.